The next Minecraft update is shaping up to be a complete overhaul of Ghast with new behaviors and mechanics that will change everything from the way Ghasts work and move around to even how you can use them outside of the Nether dimension. Hey yo, I'm Creato, and today we're taking a look at the new Happy Ghast mob, along with everything else that could be added in a potential full-on Ghast update making its way into Minecraft. The Happy Ghast is a new variant of the Ghast mob that can be tamed and taken to live with you in the overworld. Happy Ghast can be ridden around to fly up high into the skies, allowing you to finally take flight without the need for any elytra. They can be controlled and moved in any direction you choose, which means you can just hop on one and start heading off anywhere you want through the air, and then lead it back to the ground where you can safely dismount back down. But first you'll need to craft a harness, which is what is needed for you to ride and control a Happy Ghast around the sky. And a harness can be crafted using leather, glass, and wool in any color, which means you can choose the color of harness that you want your Happy Ghast to wear, allowing for more customization. Then you can just simply walk up to a Happy Ghast and equip it with the harness so that you can sit on it and then start moving it around. And then you could also dismount while in the air, and the Happy Ghast will stay in place, allowing you to walk around the top of it, as if it were the ground. And in case you were wondering how to even get a Happy Ghast in the first place, well, the answer to that is back in the Nether, since you can now find a dried Ghast around the fossils in a Soul Sand Valley biome. This means that Happy Ghasts don't actually spawn naturally, and will only spawn once you find a dried Ghast and take it back to the overworld, and then place it down and submerge it in water to start the process for spawning a Happy Ghast. And then after some time passes, the dried Ghast will then turn into a Ghastling, which is a baby version of the Happy Ghast. Then you could speed up the growth process by using snowballs on a Ghastling to help it turn into a Happy Ghast even faster. And that's all there is for the Happy Ghast as of right now. But what if there was even more added to really overhaul the way Ghasts work and make this the ultimate Ghast update we could have ever asked for? This could start with some smaller tweaks to the way Happy Ghasts currently work, like being able to add a chest on the side of a Happy Ghast for extra storage space. This would further help to make Happy Ghasts more useful by allowing you to carry more items around as you travel the skies. And another small change could be the ability to put firework rockets on Happy Ghast to help give it that extra boost in speed. This would make movement on a Happy Ghast much quicker, and maybe you could even increase the flight duration on the firework rocket to further increase the speed the Happy Ghast is able to travel at. And while you're traveling around in the skies, it would also make sense for a new structure to be added, so you can stop by and enjoy a break up in the clouds. And this could really be something as simple as a sky village, which would generate exclusively far in the sky, so you could visit it with a Happy Ghast. And sky villages could have their own unique structure type, as well as their own villagers with trades that can only be found in a sky village. But most importantly, sky villages would be a place to park your Happy Ghast instead of having to head back down to the ground or build your own structures each time. This would make sky villages not only the first new village type in a really long time, but it would also be the perfect structure to go along with the Happy Ghast, since it would give a natural place to rest and stock back up on items. And it would also be lots of fun to take a Happy Ghast far up into the sky, since the skies in the overworld aren't really a place you want to currently explore anyway. And maybe sky villages could also be a place where Happy Ghasts could naturally spawn, since Happy Ghasts currently aren't able to spawn on their own. This would also make sky villages an alternate way to get Happy Ghasts, which would then make the Happy Ghasts a reward for you being able to reach the sky village far above the clouds. And since it would already be a challenge to even get to a sky village in the first place, maybe having lots of Happy Ghasts located around the sky village would be the perfect way for you to get back down to the ground. Plus, it would also give you a reason to actually want to go to a sky village in the first place, in addition to also being a fun place to visit up in the sky, as well as an entirely new structure for you to find. And speaking of a new structure, maybe there could also be another structure added to the original home of Ghast located back in the Soul Sand Valley biome in the Nether. This could be something like a giant soul sand castle full of soul sand and soul fire, where lots of Ghast can spawn. The soul castle could be the ultimate home for Ghasts, and could be another mega structure added in the Nether, and also the first one that generates exclusively in the Soul Sand Valley biome. And the Soul Castle would also bring in new blocks with the addition of Soul Sandstone, which fits in perfectly with the biome and should have already been a feature. Plus, Soul Sandstone would also be available in all the different variants like slabs and stairs as well, and the chiseled Soul Sandstone would even have a picture of a Ghast on it to represent the Ghasts that live in the Soul Sand Valley biome. And going back to the Soul Castle, there could even be different parts of the structure that have some new nether plants in them to sort of help connect the Soul Castle back to the overworld, since Ghasts can now be brought over there. And all of this would help to make the Soul Castle not only the perfect home for Ghasts, but also the best structure that could ever be added to the Nether dimension. Also, if you're enjoying the video, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe, as all your support really means a lot. And with the addition of a giant structure in the Soul Sand Valley, it would only make sense for a giant ghast boss to be added, which would be the toughest ghast of all. The ghast boss would be a huge, three-headed ghast that spits out 3 fireballs at a time, with each one dealing more damage than a normal ghast, and traveling much faster as well. This would make the ghast boss a real challenge to go against, which would make the Soul Castle an even scarier place to visit, if not prepared with the strongest armor. And once the ghast boss does fall, it would drop an exclusive new item with the Ghast Totem as its only drop. The Ghast Totem would have special abilities to prevent different types of damage in the Nether, like fall or fire damage. And the Ghast Totem could even briefly apply the Soul Speed effect, which would help you run away very quickly across all the Soul Sand. And while still at a Soul Castle, there could even be some new loot found here with elytra trims to add unique patterns and colors to your elytra. The elytra trims would be exclusively found in a Soul Castle and would work the exact same way as armor trims, with all of the different patterns and materials that could be added. This would help bring elytra up to level with the rest of the armor, which already got its trims a few updates ago. And it would also be a way to customize your elytra so that it could match your armor with lots of fun patterns and materials on it. And with the entire Soul Sand Valley biome getting an overhaul, it would only make sense to bring in new mob variants for ghasts so that they can match the different nether biomes. This can start with a new Soul Ghast variant, which would spawn in the Soul Sand Valley biome. Soul Ghast would be infected with Soul Sand and would be able to spit Soul Fireballs, which would deal twice as much damage as normal fireballs. This would make going against a Soul Ghast a bit trickier than a normal Ghast, since the Soul Fire also is able to burn faster with more damage. And there could even be the addition of Soul Lava, which would be a variant of lava that spreads even faster and does twice as much damage as normal lava. And the Soul Lava could be where the Soul Ghast spawned from, meaning you would know exactly where to find the Soul Ghast each time you were in a Soul Sand Valley biome. And in addition to the Soul Ghast, there could also be Ash Ghasts, which would be a ghast variant that spawns exclusively in the Basalt Deltas biome. An Ash Ghast would be fully covered in basalt and would leave behind ash particles as they float around the surface of the Basalt Deltas biome. And the Ash Ghast would be able to spit lava instead of the usual fireballs, which would make them even tougher to go against compared to any of the other ghast variants. This would mean that the best way to deal with an Ash Ghast would be from a long distance, so that you can try and prevent it from even spitting lava in the first place. And with the Ash Ghast floating around the place, it would really make the Basalt Deltas biome much scarier, which might just be enough to prevent anyone from getting too close. So what do you think about the potential for a ghast update in Minecraft? What are your thoughts on the Happy Ghast so far? And do you think the update will include other changes to the ghast back in Nether? Or is the Happy Ghast that we have so far already more than you could have ever wanted an update? And that's a wrap for today. Don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe, and also comment Happy for Ghast if you made it this far. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.